All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. Chuck Fu with Traders War Room. This is going to be your lunchtime crunch. Without further ado, let's go ahead and start cracking. One moment, please, while I pull up the screen. We're going to be using Webull for this, so give me just a moment. There's Webull. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna shoot this on my other screen so you guys can see this. All right, and make sure I'm sharing it with the right thing. There we go. All right, and let's go ahead and see if I can do this correctly. You guys able to see me as well? Hopefully, you guys can see me plus see the screen over here. Anyways, guys, all right, cool. Awesome. All right, so we're going to talk about a couple stocks today that I want to pay attention to. Let's go ahead and start off with SPY and the Q. All right. As you can see here, we got the SPY 5-minute, 15-minute, the Q 5-minute, 15-minute. Now, what are we seeing right now? Well, okay, we're seeing a little bit of downtrending, but typically today we've been seeing a lot. When you see stuff like this, all right, you're seeing a lot of chop. All right. Now, why are we seeing this chop typically in the market? What is going on? Why does it keep flip-flopping? All right, 1 minute. This market is going haywire. Let me go ahead and flop up. I'm gonna go just with straight. Here we go. That chart was going nuts. And let's go into 5-minute and 15-minute. Okay, here we go. All right. So yesterday, right? We get our gap down coming off of high. Yesterday was coming off crazy. Okay. You can see it here going nuts. Okay. And we got our gap down today, which we were expecting. All right. We were expecting. Anyone that wasn't expecting a little bit of cool down was kind of, just hoping for the stars. All right. Because when you get moves like this sporadically, and then specifically when you look at what we've done this past week, I mean, SPY's just been absolutely, just look at this, just absolutely skyrocketing, where you're creating on the weekly, you're creating those double tops, right? Here and here, surpassing, making, new recent highs and all that. You're due for a little cool down period. So, we get our cool down period, and right here. Now, we tried to attempt to gap fill up here. Cool down today, right? Down here, shorts, people that went short, like I had puts, right? Puts over the swing. Puts were doing really well over here. So hopefully people took profits here because this was your opportunity to take profits. Now, anytime you see this bottom tower formation with the candlesticks, okay? And basically what you're doing is you're kind of coming out of this consolidation mode, okay? Now, consolidation can look like a lot of different things, but basically what you're looking for is you're looking for price action in range. When you're seeing candlesticks and wicking all in kind of a range of each other, right? And you can kind of see this here. Yes, you're up here a little bit, but if you kind of come down just a little bit, majority of the price action was, 453.13. You were in a tight range, right? Right? About like 75 cents a range. So consolidation, and you get your drop to the downside. All right. Once you start to hit that bottom where you start to wick out, okay, that's exhaustion. Okay. Seller's exhaustion, similar to buyer's exhaustion, where you got your top tower here, bottom tower, seller's exhaustion. All right. And then all of a sudden it gets confirmed with some strong candles. Well, there you go. There's your reversal right there. So anytime you see this type of formation with the bottom tower formation coming out of consolidation with strong candle pushes to the downside, and you start to get wavering volume here and some divergence, because you can kind of see that divergence while we were continuing to go down. Look at the MACD. MACD was continuing. Yes, we were red, but we were trending upwards, right, on our bars, which means momentum was starting to shift. Okay. All right. So you want to make sure anytime you start to get that divergence, you want to wait for that confirmation. We got it confirmed, and then we go ahead and switch. So hopefully we took profits. I know I got out of my puts about here because I was expecting the low, and I didn't think we'd get another opportunity because theta would be come knocking at the door, of course. So we went ahead and got. Now I didn't get into calls yet on SPY, because what I really wanted to do is I wanted to see if we tested this gap fill, which we did. We tested and we rejected off of it. I got a feeling again, depending on NVDA. I think that's what's really kind of driving a lot of the market is speculation on NVDA. I mean, anytime you got $1 trillion market cap, you remember Apple, Microsoft, NVDA, right? Those are our $3 trillion market cap companies. Anytime you got something like that, you got a lot of big money investors that are in it. Okay, so there's a lot riding on NVDA, specifically with what they're trying to accomplish with earnings. So we're probably going to see a little wavering. I don't think we're going to come up here and gap fill this. I'd be surprised going into the close if we gap fill this and get crazy. I think what would more likely be the opportunity is that we get a strong push and we probably reject here. In fact, I'll go ahead and probably put a line. This is what I think will happen. I like the rejection about here. I'm going to color that red. We'll see if I'm right. That's going to be about my rejection line. Okay. We'll see if I'm right. Could be a little bit up. We got some wicks up here, but we'll give ourselves basically a little bit of a zone. Actually, let's go ahead and do a zone. Lines are so just finite. You know, we kind of like zones like this. Let's go ahead and draw like a little. Let's get like a little rectangle. Where's the rectangle? Where's my drawing stuff? There you go. All right, let's go ahead and draw a little rectangle. Let's get ourselves a little zone. All right, and we'll come down just a little bit. All right. There we go. All right, and then we'll go ahead and put another line. All right, so there's our zone, right? That's where I think we'll reject out of. And I think that we'll reject that and we'll probably come down to down. I don't necessarily know if we'll make a lower low or not, but I don't think that will come up. Now, if we do break this, I think we'll probably be on track. This might be a good opportunity for people to get a nice scalp to go long. We'll probably go in here and start to pierce into the gap if we start to break this little point here. I think if that happens, probably a good opportunity. You can probably put a 50-50 line on that gap and probably expect a push into about the 50-50 line. And then I would expect resistance to come in there to where you probably want to profit take. So that'd be a good opportunity. Of course, we're waiting for triggers. We break through this zone, probably go long, right? Look for profit taking about halfway through the gap fill, not expecting to probably push anywhere further. And that would be also the point where we'd probably look for the reversal. If we reject this, then we probably want to go short, and we're looking for a retest of this bottom line down here at the bottom. Right about there. To retest that area there. So we reject here, probably go short. Good idea. Get about maybe close to $1 push to the downside. That'd be a decent little profit scalp going into close. And like I said, everything is just kind of going off of NVDA. NVDA is the big one. I'm going to go lotto. I'll let you guys know. I'm going to go lotto short on NVDA. I have some money set aside. It's complete zero hero. Anytime you do a lotto, you just don't know what to do. So I'm going to go short on NVDA. Of course, premiums are jacked, so I'm going to go out the money as much as I can afford. Probably only go, 5 contracts max. I'm not going to spend a whole hell of a lot of money, but yeah, I'm going to go short on NVDA, and I'm going to take a gamble at the short game. I think my theory is that I think that it's already baked into it. Let's go ahead and look at NVDA while we're talking about it. Okay. At the 5-minute. I think it's already baked in as we look at the further out chart. Let's go ahead and go into the weekly chart. All right. As we're already baked into this, right? Got all this stuff, all this bullish movements. And I mean, it's just been on a tear when you look at NVDA. I mean, it's just absolutely, look at this. Back in 2019, $42. Man, imagine getting NVDA back in 2019, 2020. Okay. Who would have thought, man? That'd be killer. But look at this from right about here. What is this? This is 2022. Look at this. From the bottom here, 107, all the way up to over 505. Okay. This has just been absolute killer. And then even here recently, we just been moving around, man, ranging and stuff. It gave us an opportunity below 4 right there, and then it just hasn't looked back since. I think this move here, I mean, this wasn't that long ago. Look at that. That was in November, okay? I think that was the opportunity for investors to go ahead and buy in below 400. They've been riding this, and I think we probably will initially get the push. I wouldn't be surprised if we get the push from here, from up to 550, right? Get the push up to 550, and then we get the push back down to 450. I think 450 would be kind of the range where we kind of settle off, and that'll be kind of like the new level where we start to level off at 450. Be kind of the range. I think what's going to end up happening is a lot of the AI is baked in. I think AMD is starting to come up with the chips. Apple's starting to come up with the chips. Microsoft's starting to come out with the chips. So the chip idea, they're not the only player in the game, right? The technology isn't as new, as sexy anymore. How much more can they go with this? That's the theory behind it. And they could definitely shock the world. So I am an NVDA fan. I'm just playing the probability here because they just have been on a tear. So I'm playing the probability, and hopefully I'm looking for to make some money off of this. My out the money put is probably going to be the 450 range, possibly depending on the price. 430, maybe. I don't know. That seems a little too out the money, but about 450 is probably about in the range. I'd say about 50, $60 either way could be a decent opportunity. So, because you can kind of see it's moved before. Look at this, 389, 310, right? That's in a week period right there. Let's look at a 4-hour chart. I want to see a decent price range. So 400, 419. So typically you'll see price ranges in a day span. So this is 401. Yeah, little day spans. See nice little prices. 429, 438, about $10 in movement in a day. 37, 53, about 20 something. So you can see that, on a normal trading day, they're moving about $10 to $20. So on an earnings capitalistic day, catalytic day, I could see them. And then you also see this jackhammer pattern here. I could see the pullback. I don't think the pullback to this point, but I could see the pullback to, about, pull back, and then the next rise up. So yeah, I'm gonna go short, take the gamble on it. Not financial advice. Don't take my advice. Don't gamble with anything that you can't pay for because it's extremely risky. But that's the trade I'm gonna do for the earnings. Let's look at a couple other ones. Tesla. We've been liking Tesla. Tesla has been very good to us recently. We went long Tesla and was able to capitalize pretty decent gains on Tesla. We were able to capitalize really, really good actually on Tesla. Why is this not doing it? Mhm. Anyways, I don't know why my extended hours aren't posting on this. Anyways, but Tesla did really well for us. We were able to capitalize off of this and made a nice run here. Yesterday we had the 20, and then today we ended up doing the 250 call. 250 call got in, I think, about, if I remember correctly, 80. And we were able to get that a little bit more than double off of this run here. Anytime you catch these runs, absolutely pushing, fantastic opportunities right there. So good thing. I think Tesla isn't done. I think this little pullback, I think this is a good little opportunity. Tesla is one of those, it's weird, right? Because you wouldn't expect Tesla to run because of the negative sentiment that's going on with Twitter and stuff, like all these big names pulling their advertising. But it seems to, Elon Musk's stance with Tesla seems to, harden the stance with Tesla shareholders. It's like, he's not backing down. People like that. I'm going to say what I want, when I want, and how I want to say it and stuff like that. People like that stuff about it. You know, even without the ad revenue and all that stuff. So it could be interesting. I think Tesla got a nice opportunity for a push to 250. As long as if we break this 242 area, right? We break this area up here again, right? 242, go ahead and put a blue line there. All right, we break this line again. I think we got a good case for continuation to the upside. However, if we start to break down here, I think the likelihood of us backtracking a little bit lower is a high probability. So those would be my triggers for trading. If you wanted to do some scalping, just put the 50-50 line in the middle and then go in between the 50-50 line and make those your scalping triggers. Just going off box of probability. People that have done one-on-one mentoring with me, you guys already know, man, the box of probabilities, man, rectangles. We love rectangles, man. Just put a rectangle on there, start chunking it out, and make yourself probability boxes, 100% being all of it, and then just probability it out. Come straight down the middle. Now you segment it down to 50%. Go 50% of those 50% and just start segmenting out. Make yourself probability chances based off of price action. Very simple way to get used to it. And then you can start developing. Everybody who wants to be a seasoned trader and investor, you have to start with a strategy first. You can't just watch a bunch of YouTube videos and come up with a bunch of strategies based off of a whole bunch of strategies. You got to develop your own strategies off of the strategies. And so what works for you? And so you got to have a base. That's the main thing I'm coming from. You got to have a base, and the base has to be something that is easy to remember, tangible, and something that is bound by not only mathematics, because dealing with the stock market, we're dealing with price, momentum, movement, force, all that stuff, right? So it's all mathematics. We have to have mathematics, but it's also dealing with e-commerce and economies and currencies and stuff like that. So that's why you want to use probabilities, all that. I know that was a little ramble on, I'm sorry, but I'm real passionate about that because people, they just go from fad to fad and they don't really develop a skill. Like they'll watch a video and a guy will talk a good skill. I'm watching Google right here. Google's about popping up to the thing. They'll watch a good strategy and it works a little bit, and then it doesn't work for them anymore, and then they trash the strategy. Well, did you give it time to really develop it for you? Did you refine the strategy? Did you do the due diligence on your part to dig into why that strategy is the strategy and how that works? Chopping it down and stuff. I like Google. Looking at the further out chart, we're looking at a double top. I don't know. I'd have to look at the news on Google, see if there's anything really. Is it just moving on sentiment? Is it moving off of sympathy for NVDA? I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, I think we're approaching the double top. This would be this would be the area of concern where we'd be looking for potential rejection. If we got rejection from this point, we could look for the pullback towards there, right? We could look for the pullback towards there, get rejection off of here, look for the pullback towards it. Look like we just wicked out a little bit. If we get another one in rejection hard, we'll probably go short. Could go short about $1, $2 to the downside. If not, ooh, wow. I need to go. If not, Google, we got a gap fill right here about the 138. So we could look for the push up to about 138. Yeah, I've done Google a lot. I've been paying attention to Google while it's been running. And we just filled this gap here. We got another gap fill up here. So we'll be looking for that one. I still don't know why my extended periods aren't covered. Like my extended periods, they should be covered. Why is that not there? Custom background for extended periods. Yeah, I got that covered. Yeah. All right, whatever. I'll figure that one out later. I don't want to waste your time. Another one I want you guys to start paying attention to, Costco. All right. Oh, look at Costco. That's a good one right there on the 4 hour. I want you guys to see that one on the 4 hour one. Look at that. Okay. Costco. We're starting to really form that cup on the 4 hour, and we have a nice gap to fill in Costco. Look at this one. This one's a huge gap to fill. Okay. I want you guys to put Costco on your radar. Okay. This is a huge gap to fill. Now, if retail, if we start to dwindle a little bit as a market, okay, because also volume's tapering off a little bit as well. All right. We start to dwindle a little bit. All right. We need to play the short side first. We could come up here. We reject this. Okay. Costco's going to come down here. All right. We're going to retest these areas. Probably, I would say here, about there, right? 575. 575. Right. We reject 575. If we accept and we get some good momentum, okay, and we come up here and we get the good momentum, guys, this is going to fill, and it's going to fill very quickly, and this can be a great payday. 587 to 595, fantastic payday, and you can go out the money on Costco probably to 600, giving yourself some time, and you can make up nice penny. Okay, Costco pays really nice. Okay, so just put that on your radar for a little bit. All right. Last one before we go, let's go ahead and look at cube. All right, the cube. All right, QQQ popping. All right, just like SPY, gap down. Okay, played Q shorts. Yep, made money here. Same thing. Tower bottom. Right, came out and you started this little thing here. I didn't play this. I didn't play this uprise. I saw a lot of other analysts playing this. I didn't play this. I didn't really feel like getting into this chop because there's nothing but chop, man. It's just the stuff that'll piss you off, unless you get in like right here at this very bottom. Okay, this stuff is just gonna piss you off and it's gonna kill, especially if you're going zero DTE, which a lot of people like to do. I don't like to do zero DTE. It doesn't give you any time to do tactical decision making. You just have to get in and get out, which is why people like it. It's fast paced. I got it. But this bottom tower, yeah, I didn't play this at all right here. I should have played this motion here, but I wasn't focused on it. I was just waiting patiently, seeing what happens. I want to see if we reject up here. This is a good candidate, especially with the sentiment. Okay, if we reject, got to push to the downside. Puts definitely will pave the way because we've had a huge run here recently. All right. Just like all the other stuff, gap up, gap up, gap. I mean, look at that. Huge runs, gap, 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 gap. All right. Yeah. So you see that. So we have room to come down. Just understand that where it won't really rock the boat. But we also got this gap up here that we can clear as well. So when we're going to pay attention to see if we clear this level here, right? All right. Clear that level gives us the idea that we might be pushing towards this. So potentially we clear this on a 5-minute, 15-minute better, right? Idea would be potentially go long towards that 389 area. Then we want a profit take. If we spike into it, maybe we go back in, right? And expect a 50% push a little bit more. Look like we're starting to pick up some volume a little bit over here. So this might be battle time, seeing what's up. But if we reject, then we probably are going to come back down, retest the bottoms. That's where oh, look at that. Oh, here it comes. The push. What's moving? What's moving? What's moving? What's moving? Just moving. What's pushing that? Oh, look at that. Microsoft dumping, coin dumping, Oracle dumping. Disney, we're going to get you, Disney. Disney, you're not down too much. Snowflake dumping, SPY dumping. SPY going too. But SPY wicked and came back up. Meta dumping. Snow faltering. Look like we got a leg to the downside. This might be a good opportunity to go ahead and go short on SPY right here. Look like we got one leg down, consolidate, another leg down strategy, 2-leg strategy on SPY or Snowflake here, potentially short on Snowflake. Oh, there's the pop. I'm gonna speak too soon, but potentially opportunity still to hop into this 2-leg strategy. Anytime you see this, when it's going now, I see, you bite your tongue every time you say that, but we'll see what happens. It's still a 5-minute chart, but you get this push here out of consolidation. The probability after this candlestick is the sell out, is a continuation to the downside for 2-leg strategy and consolidation. But look like we're popping there. On a 15-minute chart, it doesn't look too bad. 5-minute chart always makes things look dramatic and stuff. The 15-minute chart doesn't look so bad. All right. All right, guys, that's it. That's all I got for you. Appreciate the live stream. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Let's try to make some money closing out this week. Everyone, if I don't holler at you before we get everything cracking for Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, enjoy your time off. Give thanks for something other than the stock market out there. We got a lot of other things than the stock market to be thankful for. And I thank you guys for paying attention to me. And as always, if you're ready, follow me. Let's go to war. Traders War Room, baby. Let's get it.